Yeah, welcome back to DXB today. Great to have your company this evening. I hope you're enjoying the show and I hope it's inspiring you to either add to your collection or maybe even start one, because is there a better place in the world or part of the world to start a collection at the moment? That's one of the subjects or one of the topics we're looking at tonight, the art of collectibles and the art of collecting. Next up, our next guest, a well-known collector who is going to give us her own personal narrative when it comes to collecting art. It is a warm welcome to the founder of Rassam, a strategic consultancy focused on arts and culture, Sara Abou-Khalil. Sara, thank you so much indeed for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Really appreciate your time. Thank you. Listen, in terms of, we're going to get on to your collection very shortly, but in terms of this idea of we know Dubai is a hub for aviation. We know it's a hub for trade, for finance, etc. That word hub gets used time and time again. It hasn't been used as a hub for art or a hub for collecting art until fairly recently. Is there something changing here at the moment? Is this a good place to be putting together art collections?
I think that it's something that's been in Dubai for a while, and it's just not been in the narrative. Dubai is a melting pot of culture. And when people tell me, oh, but Dubai is so bling, oh, but there is no culture in Dubai. And I'm like, but okay, you're looking at one side of Dubai, or we're doing something wrong in the marketing. Because for me, this city, this country is so rich in culture. The fact that most of us sitting here probably come from different parts of the world, that we all live here, that we bring something to this place, and this place gives us so much as well. The fact that this is a place where you can make it. People talk about the American dream, but I talk about the Emirates dream, right? This is a place where you can come with your suitcase and a dream, and they give you the opportunity to make it. And for me, yes, my family has been collecting art for over 15 years, and I wanted to champion that side of Dubai. I wanted to champion that side of the UAE. Our home is always open. We invite people to come to see our collection. We have museums, trustees coming all the way from San Diego to visit. And I think that I've taken it as a personal kind of I don't want to use the word, I'm trying to find the right word, but I've taken it very personally that I want to champion this side.
You're an ambassador.
Yeah, ambassador. Yes, that's the right word. Thank you.
That means we can call you Your Excellency from now on, okay?
You might, if you want to. If you insist.
Your name is used in the region not just as a collector, but as a curator as well, right? And so how do you feel that the concept of collecting art is changing in the region? Because with things like Desert X as well that came, that's coming, how do you feel that that's changing the narrative here?
Well, there are two things. Because I come from a family of collectors, and we collect as siblings. So my older brother started a collection, my sister and I also collect with him, so we collect as a family. And I'm very, I always say that. I don't kind of say I'm a collector myself. I say we're a family of collectors. And as I've mentioned, we've opened our home, our doors for people to come and to see collecting. And that's separate from what I do with Rassam. I founded Rassam to champion art, to build collections for others, to come to you and tell you, let's build a collection that looks like you or like you, and something very personal that you can connect with, because I want more people to have art. I want more people to live with art. Going back to your question of Desert X, yes, there is Desert X, there is the Islamic Arts Biennale, there is the Diraya Contemporary Biennale, there is everything, the Public Art Biennale of Abu Dhabi, there is the Louvre Abu Dhabi, there is the Guggenheim opening up. Frieze just announced that they're going to do their first Frieze Abu Dhabi next year. Art Basel Qatar was announced in Feb. So yes, the region is currently booming, and that is helping to change that narrative.
Yeah, quite right.
Sarah, you mentioned there a little bit about like creating a collection for somebody that is personal to them. A lot of people would find actually delving into the artwork, into the art world, a little bit intimidating. And I think there's a lot of misconceptions about the art industry. I know we were talking about watches earlier, and it's very easy for me to like walk into a shop and go, oh, that's a beautiful piece of jewelry that I would want to wear. But with art, you don't know necessarily, it's all personal, like you mentioned. So how would you make it more accessible to people?
It's personal and it's huge. The amount of artists, the amount of teams, of genres, it's huge. So where can you start, right? That's how with Rassam, that's what I do. So I will sit with you and I would learn about you because you're living with the art. I'm not. And it's something personal, it's something you come home to, and it's supposed to put a smile on your face. It's supposed to bring beauty because, especially in today's world, we all need more beauty. So I will sit with you, I'll have a conversation with you, I'll understand what makes your heart beat, what makes you smile. And from there, I can guide you and direct you in this huge art world that is quite opaque. And I don't know if they make it opaque on purpose or not, but it is. And then we can kind of cater something that looks like you. So it's just like a bit of guidance.
And just going back to the misconceptions, because so a lot of people think, oh gosh, art, to be a, in the art industry, you have to be a multi-millionaire. Like, how do you make art more accessible from a budget point of view?
Well, first of all, you don't have to be a multimillionaire to buy art. I was in Beirut a couple of weeks ago and I was in the warehouse of a gallery and I saw a piece of art and it was the size of this book and I was like, oh my God, I want this. And he was like, sure, it's $200. So you can start as small as you want. I come from a private equity background, from a banking background. So I always say it's like making a very mature, high investment that's very secure. If you want to buy, I don't know, like a Picasso, you're spending a lot of money, but the value is there, right? And then if you want to buy a really young emerging artist and you just love him and his technique is excellent and he has the right elements to grow, and then you can spend $1,000, $500, $2,000. It's really, you don't need to be a millionaire to start collecting art, and I don't encourage people to go and make their first purchase of art with a big ticket. I really encourage them to make it very gradual, to be comfortable, to not feel like, oh my God, this is such a huge expense or cost. It can be less than the price of a handbag, of a watch, and then you just
But for me,
grow
I've
it.
only ever bought art when it's talked to me. I've walked into places and I thought, oh my God, I need that. And it happened because when I built my house, it happened here in Sara Abou-Khalil Avenue. I just by accident walked into a gallery that was closed and I said, there's nothing. She said, no, we're changing. And I said, you have nothing? She said, there's only one piece and it's round the back. And I walked in and I called my husband and I said, I found it. And he goes, what have you found? Well, not another watch. And I was like, no, I found this piece of art. And I said, please, can I buy it? She said, the owner of the gallery, who was here for a year, he was on holiday in Marbella. I said, please, can you text him? So we had this back and forth. And I only had an Amex on me and I said, I can pay for it. She said, no, we don't take it. So I said, but I don't want you to sell it. That's how much. And it's at the entrance of my house so that, because it brings me such joy. I fell in love with the color, with the texture. And it was a Chinese artist that I've never heard about and I don't know. I mean, I know art, but I don't know art, you know?
Yeah, it's amazing how a piece can like evoke so many kinds of emotions.
Yeah, and it will evoke a different emotion for you, for you.
Yeah, true.
We make of it. That's the beauty of visual arts as well. It's not a text that's written, it's not lyrics that are very specific. You can make of it whatever you want. You can imagine and create your own script.